Hello everyone. This is Metal. I'm with Day Trade Options. I hope you guys had a fantastic day-to-day trading. I had another very easy, stress-free day. Really wasn't sure how the day was going to go because of the election, so I kind of kept it my trades a little bit. I just went a little bit lighter on my trades. I really wish I had went heavy. I had some just really easy setups that just worked out, and there was no real reason to even have any stress. It was very simple, easy trades. So I'm going to try to make this really quick. I'm a little bit on the tired side, so I'm going to try to get this done. And this is not I'm not going to go over my trading strategy too much. I'm just going to show you how I traded today. If you want to get a more in-depth understanding of how I trade, I do use the Anchored LRC. That's a very customized system that I use. The 20 EMA, the 200 EMA, pretty much that's it, along with my grids and price action and support and resistance and that sort of thing. And so anyhow, I will get into it. Oh, and if you are interested in a very in-depth way that I trade, you can check out my last video. My last video, I went into more in depth how I traded, how I use the 20, how I use the 200, how I use everything, how I set up my flex grid, my actual trading screen, my workspace, the whole 9 yards. So if you guys are interested in that, just check out that video. That'll help get you set up. And if you're interested in the indicators, you can come to my Discord. You can go to the you can go to Use Think Script Forum. I have all my indicators and my rules and everything on that website as well. And if you're interested in trading with a group and with a community, an outstanding community, come in and check us out. I trade live every day. I do live call outs on my trades, and we as a group help one another. People, when we see something, we say something, and it helps us to find really awesome trades throughout the day. So my goal is really to be done by around 11 and not have to trade anymore. So for the last few days, I've met my quota by around 9:40, 9:45, and I've been done. So the strategy works. It works consistently every single day. So anyhow, that's enough about the strategy. Let's get into my trades. So today I noticed that PLTR was looking pretty strong. I was watching it some in pre-market. I know it had some earnings, I think, came in, and it had a big push up here. And sometimes you're not sure what's going to happen after earnings. Sometimes it'll want to go down and fill the gap. So I was a little hesitant until I saw this happen. We had this push up. We had a red candle push down, and then this green candle came right off of my red LRC. When I see that, it gets me excited. So I entered on this candle. I traded up to this candle. I scaled out. I scaled out once again on this candle here. I waited for the pullback. I was concerned about the pullback all the way to the 20, but since I kept going and pushing up above the green LRC, I stayed in, and I rode this all the way up to here. I took profit here, I took profit here, and I exited the position on this candle. So I bought 6 and I scaled out all the way. I only bought 6 of these guys. Think about that. This was only a 600 or almost a $700 position. I was right at, well, when I was at the highest peak, I was like 130%. But when I let it pull back on me and I sold down here, I think I ended like right at 95% or whatever. So I made $602. I don't know what the percentage was. It was flashing and then I just sold. So anyway, so I was almost 100% on the overall trade. Very easy trade to get into. Um, I also, while this was pulling back, I went and added another trade right here on this candle, this red candle, but of course it was pushing up green when it was moving up. And what I wanted to see, I got my push up here off the 20 and the green LRC. I got another green. All I wanted was a push above structure, and it barely did it, but it did it. If you, it's hard to see it, but this candle just barely wicked over this structure level. So I bought in, I think, 6 more contracts. I held them and I exited at the, yeah, at the orange. I took profit here, took profit here, took profit there. I didn't make a whole lot out of that one. I made $133. So from here to, or from here to there was $133. Um, then I got back into PLTR once again over here. I'll take a look and see when I got in. This is the actual trade. I show my trades on my options chain. So, oh, this is the one I bought 6 on. So I only got $98 on the 6. So at 1032, I scaled out 4 at 1046, and I scaled out 2 at 1054. So I entered, okay, I got this push up. I entered here. I got my pullback. And then what was it, 1042? I guess I took profit here. Oh, maybe I wasn't sure that this was going to go. So yeah, that's what I did. I remember when I was in this trade, I was afraid that because I saw some other stocks in the market starting to come down. So I was thinking, okay, the way it was looking weak, I went ahead and I reduced risk. Sometimes I'll do that if I'm not feeling too comfortable as far as, when I'm watching the rest of the market. So I reduced risk on this candle here, which I think that put me into a slight loss, honestly. I think I was in a drawdown, but I was like, you know what? I'd rather just reduce my risk than take a much bigger loss. And so I only had 2 left. And then I rode these 2 up to, what did I say, 1052. So, and I exited at 1052. That's why I only made $98 because I took a loss with 4 here. Um, I kind of FOMO'd, but at the same time, sometimes you just have to trust your instincts, and mine were wrong with this, but I thought that what I was going to get is a next candle down, and that was only because if you go and look at the market, the overall market at this time, we had a lot of stocks that were actually starting to come down. PLTR was just kind of running against the market some today. So, it's one of those judgment calls that you have to make as a trader, and I decided to make that judgment call and reduce my risk just to protect myself so I wouldn't, give back too much of my winnings today. And then I also traded TSM, and TSM was a fantastic trade as well. Let me show you that with my little trade tabs. So, oh, that's PLTR. Did I click the right one? There it is. Okay, there's TSM. So I got it in TSM on the very first candle with 12 contracts. I exited 8 on at 936. I exited 1, and then a couple candles over 2 and 2. So let's go review that, and I'll show you why and where I entered. So part of the reason I entered this was, of course, the strength right here over the 20 EMA pre-market. What I was looking for, honestly, was I wanted to see a push. I was hoping pre-market or this candle would come down to 191.50 and then go up because I was wanting to catch a bigger move up. But when this came down and shot up right here pre-market over the 20 EMA, and then it went over the 194 really strong. I entered 12 at this level um, when it passed my yellow LRC, and at that point I changed my multiplier to 2 so I would give myself some bigger ranges to trade to. And once I did that, oh, interestingly enough, when I entered here, I did mark it in with 12. I think it actually bought like up here. So when this closed, I was in drawdown, but that was okay. I held it. I wasn't gonna FOMO out. I realized that, this was looking really strong. Had this candle up, had a little hesitation here. I did take, this is where I took the first profit, I believe, earlier at 936. Went up, went up, went up, took profit again, took profit at the very, very top, and then I took profit. I exited on this candle right here. That's my second red. A lot of times I will wait for a pullback and then re-enter. On this one, I didn't do that, but wouldn't have got a whole lot out of it probably. I mean, you would have got a decent move, but this was a fantastic move. I made 547 on it, and I also got into an SPX. So, like I said, I didn't get into too many trades today. I still met my quota very easily, and that's the one thing about this strategy, guys. It is just so very easy once you figure it out. It really is. So I got into an SPX call. Let me see when I got into that. Okay, it's kind of weird, huh? Oh, I think I was in drawdown on this one because I got a really rough entry on this. So 1134, and I only got in three. Yep. So I ended up profiting pretty good, but once again, market was causing me to FOMO a little bit. I didn't trust my rules or my plan, and that's why I only made $110. I should have made like 400 or 600 or more on this. So just guessing at a glance, right? Oh, let me see when I got in. I thought I had that. Let me see. My timing was 11:34, 11:58, and 12:18. So 11:34 right here. Okay. So it's interesting time for me to get in. Where's it at? 11:34. Okay, so I got my move above by 575. I had a green candle and then I had a push above my close. I entered that trade. And this is probably why I FOMO'd. So a couple reasons why I FOMO'd out of this. And once again, I broke my own rules, guys. And it's kind of interesting day after day. We all do this, we're human, but it's really important to look at what I did and what caused me to not really profit so well on this. I did exit here, my last candle, but I entered here, right? What did I do wrong? So what I did wrong is this is a major level. 575 has been a major level, right? I needed this to go up. I needed it to come back. I needed to see some, and then a retest. I needed to see a real retest, not just a move and a move. So this kind of faked me out a little bit. I got in here. I was in pretty good bit of drawdown here, right? At this point, I did get a push up. Now, I did follow my rules here. I had a close, one close. If I had a consecutive red close, I would have exited for a loss. That's just how I trade, my strategy. I didn't exit because of this green candle push back above the 20. So it gave me a little bit of life. Pushed back up again, went here and here, and I think this was where I took I took two off on this candle, and I held the last one all the way to here. But the reason I only profited $110, which it should have been probably about $300 or $400 or $500. That's a pretty significant move, right? Um, I could probably give a more accurate depiction of what it would have been just by looking at when I got in and out, right? Let's see what it really would have been. So I got in at 760. I got out at 10. 3, that's let's see, that's $2.40, right? $2.40 times, so 240 times 3, that's $720. That's what this trade should have been, guys. 720. So that's just because I made a mistake and I kind of FOMO'd in or got in at the wrong time. And once again, I'll show you where and what I did wrong. So I entered here. I should have waited to see a retest, which would have been this here, then enter on this candle. So then I would have had zero FOMO, zero reason to get out, and probably would have taken profit here, profit there, and exited here for, somewhere around $500-600. I would have done way better than 110, but that's where I made my mistake. And hopefully you guys can see where a break and a retest of a major support and resistance level is, it's imperative. Like just like right here, you don't get in this one because then you'll FOMO out because you start coming back down. Then you're like, oh man, I'm going to take a huge loss. And then you take a loss and then it goes. What you want is a pushback above, a retest, you enter here and then take it up. Now, of course, I don't like trading into the 20, but you get my understanding there. I was just showing that example. Same example is here. So anyhow, if you guys are interested, check out my link in the description. You can come into our Discord. I have a free area that guys are coming in. If you have questions or need help with trading in general or price action, support and resistance levels, I'm going to put out a short video showing how I set up my support and resistance levels. I provide those every day in the Discord for my members. And so if you're interested in that, I will be putting that out in the near future. I just haven't, I've been really busy here personally. So I haven't had a chance to get around to it, but I will put that out so you guys can see how I do it. It's really not that difficult. It's fairly simple to do. I'll go through very detailed so you can do it yourself. And then that way you don't need anyone to help you. So anyhow, guys, I hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great night, and I will see you in the next video.